The first thing I heard was laughter. Sharp, high, frantic. Not the kind that warms a room, but the kind that slices through it. I was halfway up the stairs when the front door burst open and my wife stumbled inside clutching a crumpled slip of paper like it was a vein of gold. Her sister followed, mascara smudged, pupils blown wide as stars. They didn't see me, not at first. They just collapsed on the floor, screaming, sobbing, trembling like they'd outrun death. Then my wife looked up, eyes wild, and the laughter died in her throat. "Oh," she said. Just that. A single syllable that felt like a blade sliding between ribs. She hid the ticket behind her back, as if I hadn't already seen it. My phone vibrated in my pocket. A text from her sister, sent an hour before. "We're done pretending. After tonight, everything changes." I read it twice, and something in my chest shifted. Quiet. Dangerous. My wife was still staring at me, waiting. I stepped off the stairs and onto the edge of a new world, cold and terribly calm. The betrayal wasn't loud. It never is. It arrives in pieces, like flakes of paint falling off a wall you never realized was rotting underneath. 7 years. 7 years of my salary, my mortgage, my food, my patience. 7 years of being the dependable one, the stable one, the one they leaned on while calling me boring when they thought I wasn't listening. The thought flashed, a memory, my wife and her sister whispering in the kitchen last month. I'd stepped in too quietly. Their conversation drowned in a frantic shuffle of papers and nervous smiles. I ignored it. I wanted to. Denial isn't a weakness, it's a survival instinct. But the text, the ticket, the laughter, all of it arranged itself into a shape I didn't want to recognize. "Where were you both?" I asked. My voice didn't shake. My wife blinked. Her sister looked at the floor. "Out," she said flatly. A lie. Even before the syllable fully formed. And suddenly the silence between us felt full, of something rotten and long hidden. The next days passed in a slow, surgical haze. I didn't confront them, I didn't accuse, I didn't beg. I observed. Her sudden late nights, her sister's car parked 2 streets over, a shared bank account mysteriously drained of small, deliberate amounts, as if someone was testing how much they could take before I noticed. I noticed everything. I gathered phone records, emails, trash bin receipts, the kind of evidence that builds itself when lies get too comfortable. And beneath all of it, the lottery ticket loomed, an unexpected fracture in their plans. Because they didn't celebrate with me, they celebrated away from me, which meant it wasn't luck to them, it was escape. At night, lying beside her, I felt the distance like a cold draft. Her breathing changed when she pretended to sleep. A guilt rhythm, too even, too controlled. I waited. I let the truth come to me in quiet fragments. And when it finally formed a whole, I didn't feel heartbreak. I felt preparation. The envelope arrived on a Wednesday morning. DNA results, phone logs printed and annotated, screenshots. Enough evidence to make denial impossible. But it was the name on the lottery ticket that mattered most. Mine. Purchased with my card, from my account, in a store I visited weekly. When she came downstairs, groggy and irritated, I slid the envelope across the table. "What's this?" she asked. I didn't answer, not with words. She opened it, she read, her face drained of color. Her lips trembled the way people's lips do when they're staring at the mirror version of themselves they were never meant to see. She whispered my name like a plea. I remained still, ice in human form. Her sister entered moments later, saw the documents, and froze. Silence. Then the smallest sound, her breath breaking. I didn't move. The explosion came hours later. Not mine, theirs. My wife hurling my clothes from the second-story window, her sister screaming behind her, the ticket crumpled in my wife's fist as if she could crush the truth by sheer force. "We don't need your charity anymore," she shrieked. "Go die in a homeless shelter!" Clothes scattered on the lawn like fallen leaves. I stepped outside, calm, certain, and when I reached her, I spoke in a voice so soft it silenced the entire street. "Did you read the name on the ticket?" Her hand loosened. The paper fell. Her eyes widened, finally understanding. Her sister gasped. My wife crumpled into herself. I simply watched. I didn't shout. I didn't gloat. I didn't offer comfort. I gathered my clothes, folded them into the trunk, shut it gently. They watched from the window. Two ghosts trapped in a house paid for by a man they tried to discard. As I drove away, the quiet felt clean, sharp, necessary. People think revenge is fire. It isn't. It's the moment you stop needing answers. The moment you realize the truth was always enough. I didn't look back. Not once.